Welcome to No Rules Review with your host, Ethan Millay. Hey everybody, Ethan Millay here with another No Rule Review. Today we're going to be looking at Elfenland, or as it's known in its most recent print, Elfenroads. It's a game by Alan Moon, whom some of you might know as the designer of Ticket to Ride. Elfenland finds the players taking on the roles of elf princes and princesses who are trying to become elf kings and queens, and in order to do so, they must travel around the Elfenland, visiting as many locations as they can, using various means of transportation such as elfin cycles, wild boars, clouds, dragons, unicorns, troll wagons, and I think that's it. It is certainly a bizarre theme, but what makes this game so fun is it's played over 4 rounds. In each round, players are drafting transportation tiles that they then place on the board, and they use cards in their hands to match those transportation tiles to try to move as far as they can. It's 4 rounds, and there are, I believe, 20 towns to visit. Whoever visits the most wins. As you might understand, what does this play? This plays 2 to 6. This leads to a lot of pushing and shoving for room. There are only limited paths, and once a transportation tile goes down on one of the roads, no more transportation tiles can go down on that road. So if you get your tile down first, everybody else has to deal with it or go another way. This, if you look at the cover, it seems so idyllic and so friendly. This is one of the... If I want a game that I know is going to get people hot under the collar and all worked up with each other, I pull this one out. I love it, don't get me wrong. I really, really enjoy this game, and everybody who plays it does enjoy it too, but it is so frustrating in this game when somebody, usually not intentionally though, sometimes intentionally, more on that later, unintentionally completely screws you over by putting down a tile in the most inopportune spot. Now, the rules don't say anything about this, whether it's allowed or not allowed, but I found that when we play, there's sort of a lot of collaboration, at least in the early rounds, in the first couple of rounds, especially if you're playing with 6 people. Everybody starts in the one kingdom, or the one city of Elfenland or something, and you sort of spread out from there, and there aren't that many paths, so people sort of tend to go along the same path, so it's sort of a, scratch my back, I'll scratch yours kind of thing. If you put this tile here that works for me and you, okay, I can put this tile there, and that's fine. And so you'll tend to see that even though there's slight variation, first 1, 2, 3 rounds, people are fairly close. Then you get to that last round, and that's just when the gloves come off. People will either throw you to the wind and put down their own tile that helps them, hurting you, or they'll even intentionally put down a tile they know will hurt you. Again, and one city, being one city shy of somebody else, or having to spend an extra card when you didn't plan on it, could be the thing between first place and last place in this game. It is very enjoyable. This is a family weight game, but it can be enjoyed from kids all the way up to adults. I've never had a crowd play it that did not enjoy it. In fact, I've had many people go out and buy this game after playing it with me, which was tough for a while because it was out of print. This has recently been reprinted as Elfenroad, or Elfenroads, which has the map that's in this, and also an alternative map on the back, which has more water. Because in this game, you really only deal with moving on the water with the rivers, and moving across lakes. Ease of rules. It's pretty self-explanatory. Everybody has these really nice little reference cards that explain what type of transportation can go where. It's sometimes not intuitive, but once people have looked it over, they begin to understand it. I have the Scandinavian version, so I have a printout of the English rules. There is a bit of confusion with how you draft tiles and how many you can keep and when you can keep a secret tile or not, but there's plenty of rules clarification. And once you get that down, very simple, it flows very easily. Each round there's a tile drafting phase, then there's a tile laying phase, and then people play cards and you just move on. Very quick, very fun, great for, like I said, any kind of gamer crowd. Not the heaviest thing, but not as light as some other things. I would suggest this and its successor, Elfenroads, to anybody who enjoys games that allows for a good amount of interaction that can be mean or can just be a I'm helping myself, I'm sorry that that hurts you kind of thing. If you like what you see here, share, like, comment below, subscribe, it's all appreciated. And this has been Ethan Millay with another No Rules review. Bye-bye now. This has been another No Rules review by Ethan Millay. If you enjoyed this video, consider sharing, commenting, liking, and most importantly, subscribing. For this and other great games, join us over on BoardGameGeek.com. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.